It's me, Mr. Presha Cooka Wellness, and I'm back with another PCOS video. So I had promised that I was going to do a video about PCOS and exercise. In this video, I'm going to talk about what I've learned about PCOS and exercise. So the first thing I want to talk about is I'm going to stick to the recommendations for exercise, because when you research out there is so much things that you're going to find about PCOS and what to do and which exercise and how much of it. And some of it's good, some of it's bad, and some of it's indifferent, right? So I'm going to talk about what's worked for me, a little bit about my journey, and hopefully, you can develop your own plan from that information. So first I want to get into the fact that in the prior videos, I talked about that I had lost a bunch of weight prior to my PCOS really acting up, and I had kept it off for a few years. I lost about 40 pounds. Now, what I was doing during that time was strength training and cardio. It was a mixture of both, and that worked really well for me. I was eating clean. Wasn't super fussy. I was just eating real food, right? Real food, whole grains, fruits, vegetables, all that good stuff. And that seemed to work for me until the PCOS stuff started really, really acting up and kicking into full gear. And so what I had found was that I was starting to gain weight. I would say probably at the fittest point in my life. I was working out 5 to 6 times a week. I was eating very healthy. I still eat pretty healthy, and I'm still gaining weight. And I talked about this in an earlier video, so I don't want to rehash it too much. But since then, I have learned that I have to take a different approach to exercise in PCOS. One piece to that is that, yes, everybody needs to exercise. Whether you have PCOS or not, if you are able to exercise, please exercise, because we have to realize that exercise does so much more for us than just getting us maybe the body that we think we want or the body that we're looking for. Exercise can help you with your blood pressure. It can help you have mental wellness. It can help to keep a lot of different hormones in your body balanced or better. It can help keep insulin resistance in check. There are so many things that exercise does for us. And so with PCOS, I would encourage you to set goals that have to do with your overall wellness, because if you have PCOS, you know that sometimes you can't really control how much weight you lose and how fast you lose it. That is almost like an uphill battle. But I can control how I view the reason why I'm exercising. So if I'm exercising to manage my blood pressure, if I'm exercising to feel good, if I'm exercising so that I can get a little bit more muscle mass, those are things that are within my control. I might not be able to control, how fast I lose the weight. So that's one thing. Going back to mindset, I talked about mindset in a different video. That is very important. Second thing is, you want to be hitting your 150 minutes a week. It doesn't matter what your goal is. Some of us might need to do more, but start with the bare minimum. 150 minutes a week is for everybody. I believe you need to also include 2 days of strength in there. You can do body weight exercises. You don't have to be lifting heavy weights. You could be doing push-ups, squats, anything that's going to maintain your muscle mass or build it, because we need muscle, because muscle helps to burn fat faster, and it helps us to have an overall better body composition. And look up the health benefits of strength training. There's so much. So research has shown that incorporating strength training into your workout exercise routine is very effective for PCOS. Remember, not just for weight, but for your overall health. So that's very important. The other thing that I want to talk about here is that when you're exercising, you really have to make sure you're working with your health team about what type of exercise is right for your body. Some people have adrenal issues, and if you have adrenal issues, you should not be doing intense exercise. You can actually be working against yourself. So let's say you have adrenal issues and you don't know it, and you're running 3-4 times a week, and you're doing kickboxing, and you're just doing a whole bunch of cardio and intense cardio. That is going to actually work the opposite for you, because your cortisol levels are increasing. And that means that you're going to end up storing fat. So work with an endocrinologist, work with your doctor, your dietitian about what type of exercise is good for your body. Or if you have a naturopath, if you're lucky, right? That is very important. When in doubt, stick to the parasympathetic exercises like walking and yoga. If you get fatigued, a lot of women with PCOS, sometimes their energy levels get messed up. We can usually do walking or yoga. You don't have to be doing something crazy. Now, if you are on the next level and you don't have adrenal issues, HIIT workouts are said to be the best and to give you the fastest results. HIIT workouts are really, really helpful in not just addressing weight and stuff, but also hitting up some of the other stuff, no pun intended, with our health issues. So I would recommend going in, looking at what are the basic recs for exercise, right? That's out there. Don't even worry about the PCOS thing. And then from there, craft your own workout schedule. There are weeks that I'm only doing yoga or cardio. And before, this would make me worried because I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm not working out hard enough, but I have to listen to my body. As long as I'm being active, that's what I focus on. Because doing yoga for a week, 30 minutes a day or whatever, 20 minutes a day is much better than doing nothing, right? Because sometimes you feel that bad, you just don't feel like doing anything. So I would recommend finding what works for you. If you're able to do more intense exercise, go ahead and incorporate the things you like. I love kickboxing. I might not be able to do it as often as I did before, but I love it. And whenever my energy levels are at that place, then I do it. When it's not, then I'm walking and I'm doing yoga, like right now. Okay, so that is what I recommend for exercise. Sleep. Now we're going to talk about some sleep. Sleep is very important, guys. If you don't get enough sleep, your hormones are out of whack, which means you might eat more or you don't eat enough. And then if you're struggling with endocrine and hormonal issues, lack of sleep is really going to mess you up. Not to mention that a lot of women who have PCOS end up having sleep disorders. So you really want to pay attention to your sleep, not just how much you're sleeping, but your quality of sleep, right? It's my understanding that you don't want to be getting anywhere less than 7 hours, right? You want to be getting at least 7 hours so you can function, so that your body is at its optimal best. That is what I would recommend. And if you need more specific recommendation about sleep, always you can look into what are the national recommendations for sleep. And I find it's best to work with what you need. Some people can't function without 8. I can get away with 7. 8 is my magic number, but 7 is, I can still function. Anything under 7, I'm just going to be cranky. My appetite's going to be off. All that stuff is just not going to be good. So this is really important. Don't ignore exercise and sleep for PCOS. I wanted to keep this video real simple. Hopefully you found this helpful, and I'll see you in the next video where we're going to talk about how to build your own health team for PCOS. Bye.